This is Mr. Infinity123 doing a deck profile. Dino Rabbits, I top 16 with it. So far, all the decks I've seen at Lafayette were Bubble Beat, TG Wind-Up, Inzectors, of course, and a couple of Rabbit players. And we had a couple Darkworld players. But those were the most decks used so far. We had a couple of heretics, but not a lot. And in the crowd, there were not that many great hero players. Some playing bad version of it, but yeah. But let's get started with the deck profile of our little bunny rabbit here. So let's start with monsters. 3 Rescue Rabbit. People think the deck's destroyed because of priority, but I had no problem with it. Like, I only got my rabbit veiler twice, so 3 times in the tournament, and it really didn't bother me or hurt me. So, yeah. The vanilla dinos, 3 sabers, 3 Kabuzal, Guaiba. When they grab Veiler for Sangan, I just number some of my vanilla monsters like Guaiba. Just, if they want to hold on to Veiler, they can drop it on Guaiba, because I just drop a rabbit whenever they had added it with Sangan. But, yeah. 3 Targuide and Sangan. 2 Thunder King. 2 Effect Veiler. The bosses. I've never been able to really summon him in test play at whenever I was playtesting last week. Different styles of the deck, but I've actually dropped him a couple of times and BLS saved my ass. But I won't always get to drop him every duel, which was I don't like. Or he's in my hand first turn, which cock blocks me as a dead card. Okay, spells. 3 Forbidden Lance. 2 Smashing Ground as more destruction, because I actually used this on a Colossal Fighter against... They were trying to overpower me with Chaos Dragon, so I just smashed their fighter. Pot of Avarice. Now staples, pretty much. Book, Monster Barn, Dark Old Heavy, 2 Typhoon, Mind Control, Traps, 2 Fiendish Chain, Solemn Brigade, and 1 Torrential Tribute. That extra deck shouldn't be hard to explain. Dolka negates effects by ditching, but you make 2 dinosaurs out of it. Lagia, you ditch 2 and negate spell trap or monster effect. Sea Dragon, ditch 1, summon a banished monster, level 4 or lower. Chaos Utopia, ditch 1, negate an attack. Maestro, ditch 1, it's a Book of Moon, or it's a Zen Mines, it saves itself. Zen Mains itself, you ditch, and you save it, then you pop at end phase. Acid, you ditch 1, or you take 2,000, simple, and you cannot special summon with him out. Sea Dragon, Leviathan, I apologize. You ditch, it gains 5 these little white cards that nobody uses anymore. That's all I could find that I actually used: Stardust, Catastor, and Armory. My side deck I used 2 Mischief. I used them to side against Wind-Ups, but I didn't actually get to side into them, but I had them for mirror match Wind-Ups or Inzectors, but I didn't even get to play them. But they reduce a level by 2, so that means the Wind-Up monsters would all be 1, so they couldn't loot me. And the next turn I remove it and reduce 1 monster by 2. 2 Defissure. I sided them against Darkworld, and it completely shut them down, and I prefer this over Macros Cosmo. and I've used this at least twice in the that regional tournament with it, and it's really helped. 2 snowmen for mirror match, but I didn't have to side in first pairings. I didn't even bother siding them on the Dino player because he was not that good. Closed Forest. People was actually shocked that I activated it when I played the Darkworld player because I shut her down, and she was completely cock-blocked with it, and they cannot activate another field spell card, and if it's destroyed, they cannot activate one anyways. So a little troll effect at the end. Bottomless, I sided them against heroes. I didn't even bother siding them against Rabbit, but it really worked against hero. Chain Disappearance, I use it in my first pairings versus Rabbit. I got rid of all his tow guides, so that made me happy. And then if I'm correct, it was my 6th duel. I played against an Inzector player, and I got rid of all his Hornet because he was a cocky little bastard to summon the Hornet. So I got rid of them all, so he was a little pissy about it, so it's his own fault for being such a douche, dropping that little guy. Reaper for mirror match, and for Chaos Dragon, I had no reason to side on. Transformation, I sided him against Inzectors. I returned this guy's Hornet, and I returned one of my cards, and he had a hook a dragon fly to it, so that made me happy that his centipede was shitty now. And that is it for my profile for Lafayette, Louisiana Regionals Top 16. So feel free to comment and tell me what you like, and tell me what you think could be different, but as so far, I'm very happy with it, and I'm considering using my rabbits for Nats in Ohio, so feel free to comment as said. So Mr. Infinity 123 out.